Star Wars The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5 is almost here, and in this video, we want to give you a preview of what to expect when it comes to Ahsoka in live action. Yes, this video will be spoiler-free, kind of. What is up, everybody? It's Josh. Welcome back to the channel. Smash that like button, and I need to remind you that very soon we're going to be dropping multiple videos a day on the channel, and if you are not subscribed, you will miss videos, so if you want to catch all the videos, subscribe to the channel. Now, I want to begin with sort of a disclaimer here. I'm going to make this preview video for Episode 5 of The Mandalorian Season 2 spoiler-free, but I did kind of want to warn you that I've been made aware of a ton of different things. You're probably aware by now there's some leaks out there on the internet, and it's going to be probably impossible for me to separate completely from the things I think are going to happen in the episode from what I'm going to put into this preview. So if you don't want any spoilers at all, you should probably leave this video, but I will say I was very, very careful to craft this video in a way that it does not touch any of the spoilers. So I mean, quite honestly, it's the best I can do. Make your own judgment call, keep watching, or, don't. So I think the real story here, guys, this is what everybody's talking about. It's super obvious, but it is the fact that live action Ahsoka is such a big freaking deal for Star Wars fans. The anticipation of getting this character in live action is crazy. People are going insane with anticipation. The hype level is certainly over 9,000, but with that hype and anticipation comes several questions from fans. And the baseline, of course, is what is she going to look like? Literally, what is this character going to look like in live action? We've all seen her animated. We've seen fan art of her. We've seen all sorts of different things. What is the actual live action version of her going to look like? I think what many fans are wondering is this going to look very different from the version in the Clone Wars? Is this going to look very spot on to the version in Clone Wars? Is there a new version of Ahsoka that's this new live action version that we're just going to have to live with because, yeah, in live action, she's just going to look different? I think this is a big thing that fans are going to be looking out for. Some fans with a lot of trepidation, other fans with a lot of positivity. We'll see how it goes down, but definitely just from the jump, man, as soon as we get a look at Ahsoka, instantly people are just going to decide, like, do I love this? Do I hate this? Or, where am I at with this in the middle? But there's even more. Like, for instance, beyond what she looks like, most fans are really, really interested in what she sounds like. Currently, we do not know for sure if Ashley Eckstein is doing the voice or not. Some people believe they could do what they did with Sam Witwer and Ray Park, where they have Ray Park playing physically Maul in live action, but Sam Witwer does the voice. It's possible they could do that with Ashley Eckstein, but she has actually come out publicly and commented saying that that did not happen. However, Star Wars actors lie all the time. So it's possible she could be voiced by Ashley. I think a lot of fans would like that. I don't really see that being the way that they'll go. But even without that, the question is Rosario going to try to mimic Ashley's voice from the Clone Wars? What kind of a pitch, what kind of a voice is Rosario going to bring to the character? Is she just going to play it as Rosario? Is she going to play a grizzled version of the Ahsoka we knew in Clone Wars? Or is she really going to try to hit that pitch of Ashley and sort of really mimic that sound? So what Ahsoka sounds like, almost as important as what she looks like. Another huge thing that fans are going to be looking out for that is going to really be a huge determining factor, I think, on how much we like the live action version is the way she moves. And I'm serious, like, Ahsoka is an incredible fighter. She is known for her ability to fight with lightsabers, and she's very quick and nimble. So the question is, what is the live action version of this character going to be like? Are we going to get that same level of lightsaber action? Here's the thing that's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Ahsoka is a prequel era Jedi. She's, some people are like, well, she's not a Jedi. She hasn't reaccepted the Jedi code, whatever, right? The episode's called The Jedi. Everybody just get over it. Listen, the question is, how are they going to show us a prequel era trained Jedi, one that just like Anakin and Obi-Wan can flip around and do all sorts of crazy stuff? How are they going to show us a prequel era trained Jedi fighting in live action in The Mandalorian? This is going to be huge. We definitely want to know how is this going to look? Because if they can nail this aspect of the character, I think a lot of people will come on board. She has to be nimble. She has to be quick. She has to be lethal. It has to be awesome and very prequel era. A lot of the prequel fans should be very hyped to potentially see prequel era lightsaber fighting with Rosario Dawson. And the juicy news is, and again, no spoilers, but from what I've heard, we're going to get plenty of lightsaber action in this episode. So there's a little preview of all the things people are going to be looking out for Ahsoka in the episode. But the other aspect of this episode that everybody's anticipating is how will Ahsoka deal with Baby Yoda? Of course, Din Djarin is quested to bring Baby Yoda to a Jedi, and he should be with his people. He should be raised by a Jedi, trained by a Jedi. The question is, will Ahsoka take the baby and then train him? Many fans believe that she will, and that Baby Yoda will actually exit the show, leave The Mandalorian completely, and go be with Ahsoka and possibly show up in an Ahsoka spinoff. I think for some fans, they'd be okay with it. They'd be like, yeah, no, like we'll catch up with Baby Yoda down the line. But there's a whole contingent of fans that will freak out if that happens. They do not want Baby Yoda to leave the show. They consider Baby Yoda to be the heart of the show, and they're not ready to turn that quest in. We're having too much fun hanging out with Baby Yoda and Din. We're not ready to turn that quest in yet. And you can imagine Disney would be aware that fans would potentially feel that way. So maybe they aren't going to send Baby Yoda to go train with Ahsoka. But that begs the question then. If he's not going to be trained by Ahsoka, who will he be trained by? Because the quest will not end. And so the question then becomes, how much does Ahsoka know of the different Jedi or potential Force users that are currently in the galaxy? And beyond even that, and this just sort of goes back into the Ahsoka thing, it's like we know so little about Ahsoka's place in a lot of the events post Return of the Jedi. We know so little of how much she was actually involved with these different events out there and what was going on with her at this time period in canon. And so a lot of fans will be hanging on Rosario Dawson's every word, trying to decipher all the different canon connections and anything we can about where she has been and potentially where she is going. Now, the last thing I want to say in this preview video, and this is potentially spoiler light, I more or less know for sure that this aspect of the show will be in the show on Friday, and I felt like this was maybe the only spoiler type thing that was appropriate to bring into a video like this, because I think it's important to set the table for you. Many people out there have imagined this epic show where Mando pulls up to Corvus and the whole Ghost crew is there, and Sabine and Ezra, and there's, you know, and then like Boba shows up and all this crazy stuff happens, and it's going to be this grand scale, ridiculous movie size episode. And I'm here to tell you that the exact opposite of that is going to happen. This episode is going to be very intimate. It is going to mostly just be about Din Djarin, Baby Yoda, and Ahsoka. And I think the tone of this episode that we should prepare ourselves for is a more intimate telling that focuses on these characters. This isn't going to be an episode that's grand in scale. It's going to be intimate in its narrative, but I think the implications of what happened in this episode and all of the things out of Ahsoka are big time. They will be grand in scale and very, very wide, and the speculation on those will be very, very fun. But I actually, you know, at first when I had heard about this, when people told me this was the way it was going to go, I was a little disappointed. I'll be honest. Like initially I was like, oh man, I really want it to be crazy. But now I'm kind of thinking, you know, look, getting Ahsoka in front of all of these people is a massive deal. The Mandalorian is the biggest show on the planet right now, and there are a ton of normies out there that don't know who Ahsoka is. And I think it is proper to give her this kind of an intimate episode where we don't see a lot of that background stuff. We just focus in on Ahsoka, and we intimately learn more about her and her place in all of this. And this is designed, this episode, I think, and the intimate nature of it is designed to give the normies, and of course the hardcores as well, but the normies a very nice sampling of this character and why so many hardcore fans already love this character. And so that's it, ladies and gentlemen, the preview for The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5, The Jedi. Ahsoka's coming to live action. We went over a few things that I think you can expect and just sort of frame some things that may happen in the episode. I, of course, want to know what you think about this, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And now let's shout out Alex Cortez. Yes, indeed, the trilogy of books set after Return of the Jedi is known as Heir to the Empire. And now let's ask another nerd card question before we get out of here. I want to know, what is the name of the alien species that Ahsoka belongs to. If you like this video, make sure you drop a like on it. And again, if you are not subscribed to this channel, you will start missing videos because we're going to drop multiple videos a day. YouTube's really bad about it. You should subscribe. If you're enjoying the content over here, you will absolutely love the live streams we do straight from Nerd Ventures Tower, Monday through Friday, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.